Also in Colombia, troops have killed at least 11 dissidents from the FARC rebel group in the south. Although Colombia has been largely peaceful since a deal was reached in 2016, a small number of rebels rejected the peace settlement. Authorities say the rebel group has been threatening politicians, businesses and civilians. Colombia's president has promised to continue the fight against any holdouts.
This demonstrates our renewed ability to dismantle this residual group that brought so much pain to this area of Colombia. We are maintaining operations in the area.
Now, Mehmet Ozkan is a professor of international relations at Pontificia Universidad Javeriana, and he joins us from Colombia, the Colombian capital, Bogota. Thanks so much for speaking to us on TRT World, Mehmet. Now, what are the circumstances of this killing of the 11 rebels, and who exactly are they?
As you know, after the peace accord in Colombia since 2016, there are only less than 10%, perhaps, less than 10% of the group. They were part of the FARC, but they left. They were not agree with the peace process. Especially, they try to take over new routes for narco trafficking. And from now on, probably we'll be hearing some sort of clashes between Colombian army and some FARC dissidents. So it's a normal news. I mean, in the south where they killed 11 ex-FARC members, I've been there many times. And this area now has been larger secure comparing the 5-10 years ago. But probably from now on, this type of little clashes will happen. But largely, Colombia is a very peaceful compared to 5-10 years ago.
Okay, Mehmet, let's talk about the timing and how will this affect the second round of the presidential elections, especially as the conservative candidate Ivan Duque, he seems to want to cancel the peace deal.
We should not look what they say. I don't think Ivan Duque will be able to cancel the peace agreement, because I think the society has already been bought to this peace agreement, and Ivan Duque has some objections. Probably he will try to change some things, but I don't think he will be able to make a major change. So what happens is largely, perhaps, he's talking a Castro Chavismo sort of a. All his campaign based on that. If people vote for Gustavo Petro, Colombia will be another Venezuela, which is not true. Actually, we should not expect that he will be able to cancel the peace accord. I mean, he will just make some small discussion on that. I don't think there will be any change at all. The things will be going as usual.
And just very briefly, Mehmet, there are concerns that drug money and corruption will continue to pollute the political process. Do you think it's getting better or worse?
Drug money is already in the politics. It has everywhere in Colombia. It's part of the political structure. So what happens? What are they doing? They are trying to control the situation now. Colombia has a very fertile sands, and I don't think there will be any elimination. If you look at the statistics, last 2 years, perhaps a cultivation of coca has already been increased because there is substitution support from the government. If someone get rid of their cocaine zone, sort of, the government pays some money. So its production is already increased. But what will happen? Drug money and politics and the crime will always stay as linked in Colombia. I think it's impossible to cut it.
Okay, Mehmet Ozkan, thank you so much for speaking to us on TRT World.